Hey guys, Chef Stevie VonSchnitzelHausen reporting for duty. Today we're gonna make dun 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 Irish Guinness beef stew with mushrooms. You're gonna want a bunch of mushrooms, some beef stock. I patted dry a bunch of stewing beef, and I'm about to dredge it in a seasoned flour with salt, pepper, a little bit of onion and garlic powder. You're also going to need a large cut up onion, roughly cut, big chunks, and got about a half a dozen carrots cut kind of thick down here, because we're making a stew, so it's going to cook for a little while and soften up nice. We're going to be adding just a titch of tomato paste. We have our herbs over here that we're going to try, and we got some thyme, some parsley flakes, a couple bay leaves, and some fresh rosemary. And of course, the secret ingredient, the Guinness Stout. Okay, our stewing beef is nice and floured and seasoned. I'm just going to get some of that excess flour out of there. Okay, I sifted the beef through my colander. You might have a smaller one, which might work a little better, but this will do the trick. No excess flour. Gorgeous, dry, floured, seasoned little sniblets of goodness. Okay, carrots, onions, sauteing. We got our beef in there. We just want to sear it at this point. We're not looking to totally cook it, just, brown it for a couple minutes on each side and lock in all that flavor. Okay, the veggies are looking good. Gonna add a little garlic and 1 to 2 tablespoons of the tomato paste to thicken that up a little bit. And the beef is seared, it's thickening up. Now we can add in a little Guinness and make sure you get all the good stuff from the bottom of the pan and let the Guinness simmer into the meat. Okay, and we are back. Now I'm going to pour in a healthy dose of Guinness. Oh yeah. I'm going to do about a half a bottle for the moment. You can see how the beef with the Guinness in there is starting to thicken. You want to continue to do that for a couple more minutes, and then we're ready to add the veggies and all the other good stuff. Here is why you wear an apron. The Guinness sauce jumped up and got me, but I went ahead and added the other half pint of Guinness. You can see how it's foamy, bubbly. Just want to keep stirring that around, get all the good stuff off the bottom of the pan, keep it in the mix. And our veggies are ready. Oh yeah. So now that our beef is seared and it's bubbling down in all that Guinness, there's a pint in there, but it's just evaporating into pure flavor and gravy. The camera's fogging up. Hee hee! I figure now might be a good time to throw some mushrooms in there to get that true flavor in. Now, I don't know about you folks at home, but this looks good enough to eat right now. We have reduced Guinness gravy caramelized all around our little bundles of meat with some sliced mushrooms in there. Can you feel it? Oh, I could eat it as is, folks. But now we're going to add our vegetables. A little more Guinness. Okay, I added the veggies. I think it's time for the second pint. Okay. Let it foam up a little bit. Maybe a sip for the chef. Ah, the lovely tastes of Ireland. Okay, so I poured in most of the second pint of Guinness. I put in the second bushel of fresh mushrooms. Put a little beef stock in there, maybe 2 cups, because we do have, you know, this dish basically cooking in Guinness, but just to cover everything up, we're going to add a little, you know, lower sodium beef broth. I'm just using like 2 cups, and that should do it. Now we'll add our bay leaves, our fresh rosemary. Yum. Sprinkle a little thyme and parsley in there. Going to bring it to a boil, and then we're going to reduce it to simmer and cook it for about an hour and a half. So I put in about 2 tablespoons of parsley, 1 tablespoon of thyme leaves, 2 bay leaves, some fresh rosemary. I just kicked the heat up, gonna bring it back to a boil, and then like I said, we're gonna bring it down to a simmer for an hour and a half, so all those gorgeous flavors mix together. Yum, yum, yum. I don't know how many adjectives I can think of to tell you how good this looks and how hungry I'm getting. And there are just explosive fragrances in the air right now. Okay, it's boiling. I just reduced it to a simmer, and afterwards we're going to fish out the rosemary stem there, as well as your bay leaves. You want to take those out as soon as it's done, because I guess if you let them stay in there, the flavors can get a little too intense. So make sure you do that. Okay, well, after about 5 minutes of simmering, I noticed it was getting pretty thick, so I did add another cup of the lower sodium beef broth. So that's 3 cups sodium beef broth altogether. And now we'll put a lid on it and let it simmer for about an hour and 20 to an hour and 30 minutes. Okay, so I fished out the bay leaves, the rosemary twig, some random rosemary petals I found in there. It's okay to leave them in, but I think I figured out the key. The key. Instead of simmering it for an hour and a half, you want to simmer it for an hour with the lid on and take the lid off. Keep going like this. Scratch up all the stuff that might collect on the bottom. Just keep it in the stew. Keep it going. Don't burn anything. Okay, so for your first hour, you simmer it with the lid on. For the second hour, you take the lid off. Maybe crank the heat just a little bit more. And then it really reduces into a thick, gorgeous stew, and I cannot tell you how delicious this is. It is unbelievable. I am telling you. Mmm. Yum! Irish Guinness beef stew with mushrooms. I'm telling you, it's fantastic! Yes! My friends, when I tell you this Guinness stew, or to be more precise, Guinness beef and mushroom stew came out amazing. That is the understatement of the year. Hey everybody, hope you enjoy the recipe for Irish Guinness beef and mushroom stew. Yes! It came out really good. You can try anything for a side dish. Your favorite salad, some steamed veggies, mashed potatoes, obviously. You could throw horseradish and garlic in there and make another recipe I have available online for horseradish mashed potatoes, which came out pretty yummy. Keep it traditional if you want. Throw in a side of Irish soda bread. That goes well with it. Anyway, make it how you like it. Live long, live healthy. Love ya. Peace.